Hello, my fans. You're welcome to 1111 Thoughts with Abayomi, aka Yomi D, aka somebody from nobody, aka son just happened right here, right now. And trust me, it's 1111 Thoughts with Abayomi. Welcome. All right. I'm Abayomi. I'm 29 years old. For some time now. And maybe for another 29 to say 38 years, I'll still be 29. So you know what I mean. I'm a businessman, and I'm from Osun State. Currently residing in Lagos, born and bred in Oyo State, Ibadan, Oyo State. To be humble, I try to keep things simple. So, I'm just gonna say Abayomi, aka Yomidi, aka somebody from nobody, aka son just happened right here, right now. That would be 1998. So we're in secondary school then, and my siblings had the privilege to learn one musical instrument or the other. While I was staying with a distant auntie. What am I saying? Auntie granny, whatever that means, but more like a grandmother to me, or the auntie to my grandmom. So I was staying with her then, and I didn't have that privilege. I felt cheated, and so I started, displaying some negative characters just for my mom to bring me back, and eventually she did. People had the privilege to learn different instruments, talking about lead guitar, bass guitar, drum sets, keyboard. So I think saxophone too. So there were long queues on all these different instruments apart from keyboard. But like I said, it was rather too late. But I decided to opt for keyboard because I realized there was only one person learning it. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I taught myself. And eventually after some months, I started playing in churches. So then, when we got into our institution, it served as a means to survival. And when you don't have enough money, you go for shows during the weekends just to make some stipends and get some foodstuffs and beer, just to live by for the week till you can get your next pocket money. So it was, and also I joined a couple of people to run studio. So I was always this studio rat, celebrity. Yes, I'm probably the least person in the studio, person who is clueless about the whole thing, but I'm always someone you want to have around when you're recording. And we created a kind of rift between me and my team because my team consider me as the least person in the crew. But then most of these artists who come around to run their projects, they always wanted me around, and sometimes what they're supposed to send me, they send people higher up, and because they want me around, because they wanted my input. I'm this kind of person that those things just come, those messages just come, and I'm the kind of person you want to have around in the studio anytime you are recording, because I'm a pusher. I push people a lot, and I push myself, the same way I push myself, I push people a lot, and I'm a perfectionist, so I really don't allow artists to see their asses, and I always look out for new ways to do same things, so I'm just this kind of dude you want to have in the studio, so that for me gave me some insights. It was a challenge for me, so which made it on and off for me, so which wasn't really good for my career, so which is why I believe I'm still here, so I pursued money, I pursued other things, only for me to find myself still unfulfilled, and here I am trying to just do same thing in a better way, so that's why I decided to come up with Sundance, I just had to, start that idea, that dream, So the history has been golden, and hopefully it keeps getting better. Sundance. I titled it Sundance because I actually titled it after my ex-girlfriend, who lives in America, and her name is Sun, for integrity sakes. Also, I considered Sun as one of the healing elements to COVID-19. Because the period of the pandemic is still huge, and I figured out that people were locked down, people were on lockdown, and they didn't have much opportunity to do what they love to do. Someone like me, I love to dance a lot, but most of my dances are in churches, spiritual gatherings, and all that, So I felt I needed a title that would give people opportunity to understand the message, which is to find sun and dance where you can find sun. Wherever you can find sun, from your house, from your compound, so basically it's just about my girl, my ex, and the pandemic. I expect people to use the song to escape, like a kind of coping mechanism. It's a tough time for everyone. Emotions are heightened, emotions are on the surface. Many buried emotions are on the surface right now. Many things that happened in the past are reoccurring. Many things that were not really trashed are reoccurring. So I see that a song for an escape, where people can just escape and just forget about the whole thing, and dance it up. Just dance it up. Just dance to it, move to it. Look at, the people in the dummy video and do exactly the same thing they are doing. Finding joy in all the negative situations and negative forces. So for the world, for people to enjoy and find a way to just deal with the situations, and sometimes, when you do all those things, it helps you to promote your vibes, and when you promote your vibes, miracles happen, magic happens, so I just hope it's something that can help people find healing, so because, like I said, for healing to take place is imperative for the vibration to be high, and dance, happiness, these things, they promote positive vibes, so hopefully I'm hoping that we can help the world to be better, especially in these hard times. Yes, racism is a terrible thing, it's a stigma to this world, and it's a shame that it's still happening. I want to use this opportunity to say shout out to everyone out there doing a thing or the other in order to end it. I try to put myself in other shoes, and I realize that it's going to be a tough time. It's tough for everyone right now, so people are going through hell, people went through hell, and it's time this is ended, once and for all. And thanks to God, thanks to this COVID-19, I have a positive feeling that this is going to end. This is going to help us to put this behind us once and for all. So I would like to seize the moment to appreciate Donald Trump. President Donald Trump. You see, trust me, it's not an easy thing to be a leader. If you have ever found yourself in the position of leadership, you will know that, you always have to make decisions in split seconds, and you always want to make the right decisions, because when you make the wrong decisions, many people are there to just make mockery of you and make you feel bad for that poor decisions, and when you make the good ones, they hardly praise you for that. So I want to say shout out to Donald Trump. I want to say shout out to former President Barack Obama. I want to say shout out to Will Smith, Diddy, DJ Khaled, Janet Jackson, Beyonce. These people are really doing amazing stuff to, see this issue of racism, put behind us. And Tyrese, shout out to Tyrese, shout out to everyone. I'm praying for you. I'm sending positive energies your way. So the terrible thing is something that should be flushed out of our systems. It's not something that we should be talking about right now. It's not something. Many people protested. We can't continue to do the same thing over and over again. So we need to move on. We need to proceed. So shout out to them, and of course, I'm positive that this time around, I think we're gonna, nip this motherfucker in the butt. Yeah. Finally, on racism, ladies and gentlemen, if I was an African American right now and I'm eligible to vote, trust me, I know who I'm gonna vote for. And I'm not saying this for you to vote for who I'm gonna vote for. It's imperative for everybody to vote their conscience, okay? Whoever you deem fit is who you should vote for. But just with the kind of information I'm getting in my mind, deep inside, deep within me, and coupled with my own calculations and permutation, trust me, I'll vote for Donald Trump. Yes, I'll probably go with Donald Trump. Let's look at it this way. Donald Trump is someone that has valid ego, okay? Donald Trump likes to break records. He likes to do the unthinkable, and this issue of racism has been for a very, very long time, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me, who else has the balls to fix that situation permanently, if not Donald Trump? If Obama could, I'm sure he would have done that. He had 8 years to do that. So trust me, I don't trust any other person. If I am right, ladies and gentlemen, the revelation that I got recently is that if the African Americans should allow this window to pass them by and not fix this to the root permanently, it's going to take another 66 years before another opportunity is going to come. Let us not allow the innocent blood of George Floyd to just waste like that. And so, if we are being real with ourselves, then we need to know that we need to be realistic concerning this forthcoming election. You need to be realistic. You need to be strategic, okay? You can't just allow your emotions to dictate what you're going to do. Do your own calculations. Do whatever you have to do. And be sure who to vote for and go for it. Okay, so on a final note, ladies and gentlemen, on racism, I double dare President Donald Trump to fix these racism issues. Put measures in place that will make it possible for racists to be jailed and for them to pay handsome fines anytime this happens again. And I also triple dare my African Americans. I'm talking about the likes of former President Obama, Oprah Winfrey, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Nas, Diddy, Tyrese, Will Smith, all of you, Sana Latin, Janet Jackson, Halle Berry, come together. Create an ideal team. Come up with points, strong points. About 11 of them. Come up with strong points, things, areas, examples where you actually need this policy. And I triple dare all of you, to create a kind of committee, to go and talk to the president and ask him for help. If he can help you, let him know you're going to lead African Americans to voting him in so that he could actually achieve it. If he cannot help you, then go to whoever. Make sure that the next president that is coming in is actually making this a priority. Okay? So come together, ladies and gentlemen. Form a committee and form strong points and strong arguments. Present it to that leader that is willing to help you and ensure that that leader gets the vote of African Americans. May God bless America. Well, it's tough for me to really understand. I'm not going to lie to you. tough for me to understand what people, the way I say it. I feel like many people are just trying to copy what's happening in America. People are bored, people need some actions, and please, no disrespect to those who are actually raped, all the young kids that were molested. I was also harassed. I was sexually molested growing up, so, and it's high time we started talking about it, but ultimately, I feel like many people are just trying to, maybe we don't understand what's happening in America that is being a serious problem that they made several attempts to end, and it's just an opportunity to be heard, and I think they are seizing their advantage, and like I said, what I feel we should be talking about here in Nigeria is sex education, because everybody is clueless about what sex is all about. It's a very terrible thing in the sight of God and in the sight of men, which should not be found among civilized people. Why can't your ye be ye and let your nay be nay? I think that's what we are talking. What we should be talking about is sex education. How to dress normally, decently. You can't possibly, like I saw a postcard that says how the girl dresses is none of your business. How the girl does this is none of your business. So maybe it's also none of my business, how what's going on, whatever is going on, maybe it's none of my business, because charity starts from home. We need to take this thing, we need to drive this issue from home. Many people are supposed to be single, but they are married, and therefore they don't have time for themselves, they don't have time for the kids. Many of us don't understand sex. We don't understand how sex is supposed to be played out, and sex education is supposed to be taught from a very early stage. But look at what's happening. Nobody understands how sex is supposed to be. So I think what most of us should be, we need to look at sex education. You need to look at parenthood. Because many people are parents because others are parents. Many people are just following the crowd. They are clueless about marriage. Many people just want a wedding. They just want a wedding, but not ready for marriage. So until we deal with all these things from the root, we will keep having issues. In order to reiterate my point, rape in itself is a terrible thing. However, I feel like we are doing the right thing at the wrong time. Because if America is using this opportunity, this current pandemic period, to achieve a particular aim, I think we need to be concerned about, the kind of something that will, that's going to be impactful in our lives, in our system. Not just cutting the branches and saying, say no to rape, and most women are not even willing to accept that they are faulty. You leave your house all the way. You want a guy to buy you a phone. You go to his house. As in, we need to start training our kids to be independent. Not like you want to, so you expect to go and get something from an opposite sex and not do anything. Come on, what are we saying? Let's not be naive. You don't get, so that's just all I'm going to say about the issue. Well, I'm single, but not searching, so I have friends worldwide, and I have just one special friend, and I call her 24. So hopefully, but for now, I'm just, because it takes two to tango. It takes two people to be in a relationship. You are not always, you can't be in a relationship, thinking you are in a relationship with someone when the other person is not responding or, returning your vibes, so I would just say I'm single, but definitely not single. Future for me is, I don't see myself doing so much in terms of music, but of course I see myself setting up a record label, getting real artists, old or young, and converting them to values, but I see me more in the acting, that's theater, so because that's another thing, and So, and I'm also thinking of ways to marry music and theater, together, because I have passion for both of them. I'm excellent, quite excellent, at both of them. So I'm thinking of making movies with huge content, man content that are, set out to change the world, and of course with musical tracks. So entertainment generally, I see myself thriving. My general advice to the world is be real, be yourself, and it's really difficult to be yourself in this kind of systems, but I've been at this for years. I've put my life and soul into this. I've lost so many things. Most of my mates are married, most of my mates are with kids, even my younger ones. And so it's difficult to do all those things, to follow all the struggles of life and at the same time pursue your dreams. So I left all those things, just to pursue my dreams and hopefully to catch up later, with all those things. So please just be real with yourself and come up with content, solve problems, for the generation, and your name will never be forgotten. That's me. I live every day of my life scripting how I want to be remembered. You can do the same, and it starts from being real. Just be real with yourself. Thanks for having me around, ladies and gentlemen, and that was 1111 Thoughts with Abayomi, aka Yomidi, aka somebody from nobody, aka son just happened right here, right now, and it's 1111 Thoughts with Abayomi. Keep being real, keep being yourself. Cheers.